Hey YouTube, this is Gara once again, and this is the third episode of The Alarm, Awakening of Soul. In the second video we left off, we were, just re-realizing, that which we are and where we, stemmed from, and, just contemplating the idea, which is fact, that we were created from the unseen. And at one point, even when we were there, we were the unseen, and then becoming the seen. So we're going to take it from there, and we're going to go into, some more of what was developed, or what was, in that package, so to speak, of what we are. And so we're going to start off with the conscious and the subconscious, and what they are, and how they relate to us and our world, and how we use them to create our reality, and some techniques, and so on and so forth. And we're going to get really deep into that, because that is the heart of where everything lies with this. So we're going to begin with the conscience. And the conscience is basically our everyday, an awakened state of mind. It is the brain that thinks. It is the part of us that worries. It is the part of us that is happy. It is the part of us that takes in ideas and takes in thoughts and entertains them. It is the part of us that creates emotion, because in the conscience, while we're awake, we take in, for instance, let's say a frustration on something, and then after that it becomes a feeling, which then may be anger, or resentment, or whatever the case may be. But it all starts from the conscience, and our conscience awareness to that frustration, for that in turn it to turn into a feeling. So that is the conscience, and how we deal with it on a daily basis, all day, every day. And the subconscious is, and by the way, the conscience is the one thing that we have, control to change in that moment in time. There is no delay on changing the conscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind is the involuntary part of our mind. The involuntary meaning that it does not have the ability to change itself. It only relies on the conscience to tell it what it should feel, or what it should express, because it is the subconscious that creates our world. So if our conscience is feeling in some kind of way needy, or in lack of something, and we take on an emotion, a feeling of sadness or of disappointment, it is that feeling that activates the subconscious to find a way to express that. And we're going to get a little bit much further, not just a little bit, but much further into that, so that you can really understand what that is all about. But for now, I'll tell you that the subconscious is involuntary. It does not change itself. It has a little bit of a delay time, meaning that there is some time in between the change of consciousness to change the process of subconscious. So if you're feeling a certain way and you send that sign to the the subconscious is already working on finding a way to realizing that and to expressing that into your real reality world. So for you to stop that, it is possible to stop that. You must immediately change whatever is going on in your consciousness, and not only that, but feel. You have to feel to activate the change. There has to be an emotion behind it. The emotion is the key that will unlock, the change. So you have to have a feeling behind it. You just can't say it. You just can't, imagine it. You really, really have to, gain feeling for whatever emotion it is that you want to have and send to the subconscious, because that is the only way that it will activate. There is many ways. There's rather a few ways to get to the subconscious, and this we're going to discuss in videos to come. But for the meantime, I just want you to, just really, really understand the difference between the conscious and the subconscious, and what they do, and maybe just to even further your understanding about it, I'm going to use reference. I really like the way that Neville Goddard, in his book that he wrote in 1944, it's called Feeling is the Secret. He describes the conscience as the male, and the subconscious as the female. And what happens is that the subconscious, or rather the conscience, holds these feelings and these emotions, and it impresses the subconscious. And if you relate it to our everyday life, and for instance, a man courting a woman, he wants to impress her, and once she is impressed, then and maybe they are together, which is the situation with our conscious and our subconscious. They are lovers, and the conscience wants to, or not only wants to, but impresses the subconscious, and the subconscious, as the loyal lover that it is, immediately goes into work to express what the conscience has brought to its attention. And so you can, it's pretty safe to say that whatever is in your reality, and whatever you see, and whatever situations, and whatever obstacles, and whatever, happiness, and and the things you have to appreciate in your life, are all the seeds, or the fruits of love, or the children of your conscience and subconscious. Because the subconscious is the womb of creation, and there your conscience plants its seeds, so that the subconscious can give birth to your desires, whether they be good for you or not good for you. But part of this series of videos is that we are going to concentrate, and we are going to really learn and practice the use of planting the right seeds, so that we can see the fruits of our loins, so to speak, come to fruition, and that they all be what we intend them to be. So we're gonna get moving with those videos, and from now on, from today on, the videos are going to be posted one time a week. Every now and then I will post something random. The reason that the series is called The Alarm is because we all have alarms that go off in us, and a lot of time we snooze it, but we all definitely have alarms that go off in us, and it's just to let us know whether we're on the right track to the things we want. Sometimes it's to let us know how we should, go about being on track to the things we want, and so on and so forth. But we all have alarms that go off in us, and And some of us are just, you know, completely unaware of the alarms and are asleep. And so here we are, so that, you know, maybe we can, you know, liven up the party and get things going how we desire for them to be. So like I said before, please, please, please post your comments and post, you know, some of your experiences. Maybe make references to some of the books that you've read, some of the authors that you've known, or, you know, that you've followed, and some of the teachers, spiritual teachers that you've, you know, learned from, and we can all learn from each other, because this is a process, and the more we help each other, the more we help ourselves. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and have a great night. Peace.